Hello, fellow rest friends, should we say? I like rest friends. Hi, rest friends. Happy Monday. So I know some of you have gotten ahead of the curve. Wait, the sun is right on my face there. I know some of you have gotten ahead and already been resting since we opened up the group early, which is really fun. I'm celebrating you all. Come post about it. Let us celebrate you. I will say that is something that I encourage all of you to do all week long, is literally whether it's like a 5-minute nap or like saying no to plans or whatever it is, come into the group and let us celebrate you. I want us to create this like wave of celebrations around rest, because that is what it really is going to take to deprogram away the narrative that we have that rest is bad or wasteful or lazy or anything like that. Like, I really want you to think about what your life would look like if you really thought rest was as valuable as making 6 figures, like a 6-figure promotion or a 6-figure launch if you're in business. Like, what would be different then? So that's what I wanted to kick off with. Actually, what I should also say is some of you may not know who I am. You may be like, got recommended here from someone, or you just found the group, or you just found the link, or you just fancied taking the rest quiz, whatever it is. A little intro on me. My name is Vicky. I go by Vicky Louise. And I am the person that used to say, I'll sleep when I'm dead. And I was very proud of it. And I read once that Margaret Thatcher slept like 5 hours a night. And I was like, that's going to be me. That's what I'm going to do. And I've done it all. I've worked the 80-hour weeks. I have literally had 3 jobs at once at the same time. One was a full-time office job, one was an evening and weekend pub job, and one was a shop girl. We can talk about that later. So I've really done it all. I worked full-time and always studied at the same time. I was like, I must squeeze the most out of every minute in my life, and that means doing more. And then every few years I would get very close to burnout and like go travel somewhere, escape, and then come back and fall right back into the same habits, until I decided to create my 15-hour work week, which is something you may have heard people post about in the group, but it really took me away from this idea that life is supposed to be filled. And what's interesting is the less I filled my life, the more successful I was in my business, which was what was surprising. I knew I would be more successful in my relationships and in my health because I would be less attached to being busy and doing. But it almost seemed like, if I'm honest, that version of me valued my business so much more than my health, than my relationships. And it just seemed to be like that was everything. That's what I had to give everything to. So long story short, now I consider myself a time hacker, which means that I have stopped trying to get really fucking organized with to-do lists and color coding and calendars and planners and 5 a.m.s and like whatever. I feel like I'm like that person that's tried every diet. I've tried every plan possible and come out the other end and realized the best plan for me is no plan. Now, you do you, but that was just part of my journey. And the second thing is I've realized how powerful rest is, which is why I wanted to create this. And in particular, I'll be honest, this really happened for me in the last year when I got pregnant, and I basically got pulled out of my business by myself. But I knew I had to pull out of my business. I was told to stop working, stop walking, stop doing yoga when I was at 50% of my goal for the year. And my husband we both depend 100% on my income. He's a student and I was pregnant. So you can imagine being told to rest when I was already behind on my numbers. My expenses had gone up. I'd invested a lot. It was not what I wanted to hear. I remember just like crying and wondering like, how will I do this? But then I rested, and I made in 1 month more than I'd made in the previous year. So just sold me fully on the value of resting. But anyway, that's a bit about me for those of you that don't know me. For some of you that do, you're like, yeah, we saw this happen in real time. What I wanted to pop on with today, and just so you know, this whole week is going to be informal, popping on for lives. Obviously, we've got coaching calls, we've got live Q&As with me and experts, which is going to be amazing. But I want to be the example of just popping on, speaking. You can probably tell this isn't planned, and being able to still create value, help people, move forward, build a community and a movement around rest without having to burn myself out. Be the example that I speak about, basically. So I'm spending a lot of this week and a lot of last week resting, and I want you guys to do so as well, and I want you guys to see what I'm able to create from resting. So I posted this on social media, but actually my Instagram just got deleted last night, but it said rest is my business plan, and this week I'm going to let you all in behind the scenes to really see it happen. So there's the intro, and today I just decided that we should talk about what actually rest is. That's a great introduction, and you may think like, I know what rest is. Everyone knows what rest is. Rest is lying down, rest is taking a nap, rest is having a bath, rest is going outside for a walk, rest is switching my phone off, whatever it might be. And rest can be all of those things. I trust me, it definitely can. But those things can also be the opposite of restful. Like, you can lie down and have a million thoughts running through your head. You can switch your phone off and be so anxious because you're waiting to hear it from someone or whatever that like it's actually not restful at all. You can go outside in the nature and be so triggered by all the sounds and smells and so much going on that it's not restful at all. So what makes the difference? The way I think about rest is very simple. Everything that I do is all about how can we make this simple. It comes down to rest happens when you are not resisting the moment you are in. The moment you are in can be lying, watching Netflix. And you might lie down and watch Netflix and spend the whole time thinking, I'm so fucking lazy, I shouldn't be doing this, I should be doing more, this is naughty, this is bad, this is wrong, I should be asleep, I should be working, whatever it might be. That is not restful time watching Netflix. Versus like watching Netflix and not judging yourself, not having a narrative describe you as a person based off of what you are doing, right? Rest is no judgment, no conversation around what you are doing, about who you are based off of what you are doing. So it really can, like in that sense, really anything can be restful. Some of you might find that work is restful, right? You're like, I don't understand it. I feel like so at peace when I'm working, or after I'm working, I feel like I have so much energy. That can be because in that moment, you have not been judging yourself or shaming yourself or talking down on yourself. You have allowed yourself to be in the moment and experience the moment. It's kind of like pure presence, right? The brain is quiet and you are focused. And we can have this in work when we create flow, which is something that I teach about in my programs. And we can have it in lying for a nap. So I want all of you to think about what is a way that you find it easy to rest. We had someone in Time Hackers just post about they find it really easy when they are getting a massage or when they are working out. Now, that doesn't mean that we have to get a massage and work out every day in order to feel rested. What I want you to think about is like, what is it in your situation, which might not be working out. Mine is not working out, but it might be having a nap. It might be watching Netflix. It might be playing with your kids or a dog. I love dogs. What is it in that moment? What's actually happening? And let's create a rest blueprint, a blueprint for rest, which is not about what you do. It's about how you are thinking about yourself in that moment. Or are you not thinking about yourself at all? So really get curious, like, when do I feel restful and what's the narrative? And I know some of you here, because I know this has happened to some of my clients, have been able to transform something that wasn't restful into it becoming restful, like a nap. I tell you, when I first I decided to learn how to nap in the day, it didn't come natural for me. Obviously, when if you were here earlier, when I spoke about my mission to sleep only 5 hours a day. So that's where I came from, all the way to becoming someone who wanted to learn how to nap in the day. And the first time I did it, it was so awkward. I lay down, I didn't know what to do. My brain was yelling at me the whole time that I was wasting my time. It wasn't valuable, it wasn't helpful. I was being lazy, all of the shit. And I did it and I learned from it. And then I thought about, for me, dancing. When I dance, my brain just shuts down. I'm so nourished, like I just really feel nourished. What is it there? What are my thoughts about myself there? Or am I not thinking about myself there? Am I feeling? Am I leading with movement? And how can I do that more? So I encourage all of you to create a post with like, what is something you find easily restful? And what's the blueprint? Why is it easily restful? What's your story around the thing that you are doing? And what's your story about yourself when you are doing it? I promise you, you create this rest blueprint and you are setting yourself up for high quality rest across whatever you do, even if it's like doing like an Ironman challenge, like that really physical challenge, whatever it is, it's possible to apply it there. So this week we are going to rest, we are going to nap, we are going to do whatever it is we want to do. We are going to celebrate the shit out of it. Come and share your rest selfie or just share a post about what you are doing and let everyone celebrate you. That's the first thing I spoke about today on this call. Really, let's create a huge mental shift through celebration. Is what I call success hacking. Celebrating is success hacking. So we want to celebrate rest to success hack our way to more rest and more success. And then the second thing is creating your rest blueprint. All right, loves, I can't wait to see your posts and I will be there. I'll be reading everything and I will see you inside the group. Bye.